So we are, getting people to join right now. So if you're slowly coming in and slowly joining, just, come through and be able to like have the night where we can just sit under the moon, under the full moon, and just, meditate together.
Yes, so like Ron said, welcome to our full moon event today for Friday, June 5th, 2020. Streaming live here on Peace Point Meditation, YouTube and Facebook page from the Dhammakaya International Meditation Center in Azusa, California. So same as last month, Ron and I will be your host for this evening's full moon event. And as you all know, the full moon only happens once a month. And Ron, actually, this month, the full moon is actually called a strawberry moon. Did you know that?
Strawberry moon.
Strawberry moon, yes, because we're getting into the strawberry season, apparently.
When's strawberry season?
I know, fun fact for today, as we wait for the other participants to join. So for full moon events, of course, you could join via Zoom or YouTube or Facebook, whichever one is more convenient for you. We are happy to be here again this month to, kind of meditate with everyone under the full moon, even though it's a little bit cloudy here in Southern California. We can't see the full moon really, but hopefully like throughout the night, we'll be able to see it as it starts to clear up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why, we do these things every month. So we're able to really like have a place where people can come and join. And, without things like this, then, everyone, of course, like will due diligence to meditate themselves, but it's kind of nicer when everyone is kind of on some schedule and be able to guide together, and it really is something special that I feel really really important and really like special for everyone. So I feel like we try to do a lot of these things, especially during this like COVID-19 and like during this time with all this like unrest and just kind of everyone's just in their own homes. So, we start to, kind of create these different avenues. So we have like peacetime, and peacetime is Thursdays from 7 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. and then Sundays from 9:30 a.m. until 11 a.m. And we also have our peace break, which is 7 to 7:45 p.m. Fridays to Wednesdays. So there's a lot of different avenues for everyone to come in, and depending on whatever schedule the guys are, if you're in the mornings, you're your morning bird, or in the evenings. So it's like we try to accommodate. So please let us know what is your schedule and things like that. What works best for you? Because we always want to have some some pointers to be able to guide us in the right direction.
Yeah, and like Ron said, of course, like every evening, the meditation session is also led by a teaching monk. And then after the meditation session, there's always a great wisdom talk that we learn from the teaching monk. Whatever the topic is for the day, we're always able to kind of take what we learn from the teaching monk to kind of use it in our everyday life, whether it's, something about stilling our minds for at least a minute of every hour during the day, or the peace menu that Venerable Sopon talked about in one of his peace break, and how meditation is both an art and science because we never get the same result every time, and how we should be able to adjust our meditation in order to get the result that we want. Like little things like that. I think it's very useful information that we could all use in our lives today, no matter how busy, no matter how crazy life gets. It's just it's a great channel and a great tool for all of us, no matter what race, religion, nationality, to kind of practice, meditation wise.
All inclusive,
all inclusive, yes. We're always looking for that one thing where,
we can really like guide people,
anywhere, anytime, whenever, wherever, whoever, however. That was one of the wisdom talk actually from one of the teacher monks. Whoever, whenever, wherever, however. But Yeah, and the full moon, as Ron mentioned, we do have the peace time and peace break every day,
Mhm.
during the month. But we do have the special full moon event on the full moon day of every month, which is from 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m.
Mhm.
And for this month, like last month, we will have Venerable Pasura being the teaching monk who
Mhm.
will be guiding us through the meditation as well as the candle lighting. For those of you who did not join us last month, there will be a special candle lighting during the meditation before we spread loving kindness. So if you can, there's
Mhm.
still time. So find a candle or non-flammable object
Mhm.
to have with you during the meditation. Venerable Pastorat will guide everyone and give a signal as to when to light the candle.
Mhm.
It's of course safer to have a non-flammable object. Cell
Well,
phone, like what Ron has, of course, we all have our cell phone right by us. So you could just use a little flashlight, just just a light that we could turn on as a symbol of brightness and
mhm.
something that we could imagine at the center of our body when we practice the meditation.
Yep. And I feel like this is, tell me more about like this the symbolism of like, brightness of like, why do we have to use these candles, Amy? Like,
I think it just like when we're able to radiate our minds, we will be able to like illuminate that light
mm,
outside, like
exactly.
expand that light to that brightness, that light to people around us, and
Yeah.
eventually like people around the world as well.
And like that light kind of symbolizes like the pureness and just the tranquility that, is within us. But, we go through our whole lives trying to figure out, what of course we get distracted, and of course there's just a lot of different like things that we focus on. But when it comes to that light, where in the end everyone is searching for the same thing, that happiness and that like that pureness that we kind of notice and we kind of realize when when there are kids around, when there are kids around, oh, that sense of purity, that sense of like light, and that we're able to go in and really like kind of be the like be the guiding light towards like putting them in the like a direction, and to be able to really kind of use this light to steer us through into the right direction. I feel like it's really, I guess, inspirational in a sense, but it's really like it helps us understand that there is something that we like are working towards.
We're always trying to find that light or going towards that bright light at the end of the tunnel.
might sound cliche, but and then it's like seems like a lot of cliche things seem right.
Yeah. And speaking of, a bright light, of course, during a full moon day, it is brighter than other nights, right? So why is it important to meditate on a full moon day? What do you think?
I think it's important for like because it what only happens once a month, right?
Yeah.
It really this routine kind of it's a natural kind of way, with the full moon. Like who would expect that? There's no one planning all this, but okay, it comes in a sort of day that we're able to know that this is the full moon, and it's kind of feel like it's a special moment in a way that that no matter what the differences that we have, and no matter all this diversity that we are shown in this world, then how different we are from people from all across the other world, that if they look up into the sky, they'll be able to still see under with the full moon, all the same kind. So, and all the kind of people to be able to see this and like, wow, I notice that even though the times might be different, even though, they might not understand all the different, maybe like language wise and culture wise, but there's still the full moon up there.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that way, that brings us like together to unite. Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, it is, once a month event, and why not be part of it, right? And just kind of feel that the radiance of the moon, and kind of illuminate our inner peace as
Mhm.
well. At this time, it is almost 7:10 p.m. welcome all the attendees who are joining us on Zoom. I know there are a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook as well. If you want, I know that we do have people tune in from other parts of the city, county, state, country. So if you are wherever you're tuned in from, you could go ahead and comment and write where you're tuning in from. We would love to know where you are in the world and how we're able to reach you during this this virtual Zoom, full moon Zoom event.
Yeah, my name is Ron again, and I'll be your co-host.
And of course, my name is Amy, and happy to be here with you again, Ron.
Always.
So quick, we'll go over the schedule real quick as we wait for all the other participants to join. Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome. Welcome. I think it's late over there now. I think it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
Yep. Pretty late.
I have yet to visit 10 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning into our full moon event. I have yet to visit Georgia Meditation Center. So when I go out that way, I will be sure to make a stop at Georgia. So welcome. Okay, sorry. Back to our schedule. We will begin at around 7:30 with stretches by Boris, who led us in stretches last month as well. And then we will have Venerable Pasura come on around 7:45, and he will lead us in the meditation, the guided meditation. After his guided meditation, Venerable Pasura will lead us in his lighting of the candle or LED light. Just to be safe, and then he will lead us in it's easier. I feel like we just have our iPhone or our smartphone and just kind of turn on the flashlight and we're good to go. We don't have to look for candles, but sometimes a candle is great because you have that like scent, and some people have relaxing candle scents. You know what I mean? Like eucalyptus or lavender.
I need some of those in my life.
Yeah. And then after Venerable Pasura lead us in the spread of love and kindness, we will have time for questions that you might have for the Venerable, and the Venerable will be giving us just a little short talk about, the importance of meditation, full moon, and why it is important that we practice meditation continuously every day if we can.
Yeah, and I feel like this is important to be able to be together and be able to sit here and meditate all under the same full moon together. And we also have different avenues and different ways. And if you want to go over the other programs that we have real quick.
Okay.
Or did you finish? I got it. So we have our live meditation classes, which are pretty much every day, but we have different programs. We have Peacetime, which is Thursday evenings from 7 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. And we have on Sunday mornings from 9:30 a.m. until 11 a.m. And that's our Peacetime. We have our Peace Break, which is from Fridays to Wednesdays at evenings from 7 to 7:45 p.m. And every full moon, we have our full moon event. So it's around 7:30 to 8:45 p.m. Other than that, we have you can catch us on Zoom also, but we're also live streaming through YouTube and Facebook. And other than that, yeah. And please let us again with all the comments and everything else. Just any suggestions you like, or any comments on how was your meditation, or if you have any questions and these things. It's really important for us to see that people are engaged and people kind of want to what we can do to improve your meditation experience. So.
Yeah, of course, and that's always important because checking is one of the 4 C's of meditation, right? We want to be able to know how we're progressing in our meditation. Of course, with everything we do, we want to get better and better and better. So if we're able to practice meditation consistently, and we're able to check how we're doing each and every time, then we'll be able to know, okay, this is what I need to fix in order to get better in my meditation practice. And like I did mention earlier, we never get the same result with meditation. We might have a good day, we might have a bad day, but no matter what, there's a way that we can fix it to where we feel it's comfortable and relaxing for us. And when we do find that comfort and that consciousness and that balance, that's when we're able to attain that, peaceful feeling from within. So yeah, and as Ron mentioned, with our live meditation sessions, they're all streamed live from the Dhammakaya International Meditation Center here in Azusa, California. So for those of you on the East Coast, on the Central California, or Central United States of America, it is Pacific time, so we could, do the time zone accordingly. So without further ado, I think, I think today, this full moon event is very, in a way, important because of all the things that's going on right now. I know that there's a lot of chaos here, of course, in Los Angeles, of course, in many other parts of the United States of America, and even starting to spread in different countries of the world, like France, for example. So we want to be able to kind of meditate and
be together.
Meditate, be together, and kind of generate that peace so that we're able to spread that peace to the people who might really need it at this time. So I think for those of you who are participating in tonight's full moon, or will be meditating later on today or tomorrow or whatever, I think we should be spreading the love and kindness that we generate from our meditation to those of us around us, to those of us who, family, friends, and people that we don't even know, just so that they could kind of have that peace, and hopefully the world will be.
I feel like exactly, and like especially people are out there, peace, especially in the U.S., that they're like peacefully protesting, and with all these different like chaos and all these different things that's going on, like afterwards, that we're able to not just, go out there and take a stand and speak up for like any injustices, but we're able to do our own part. How about after these protests? How about after after these avenues where people aren't, that it's at nighttime, like what can we do, on the other like minutes, of the day? And in this way, like the purpose of going through all these protests, is to send a message, is to be able to show that, we want to like stand up for the injustices, but we like want to do it like peacefully, and we want to, spread that positivity to, to create that change. And like,
Go ahead, sorry.
So that's why like what we're doing right now is that we're meditating. And we're spreading that positivity. It's the same as, going on social media and giving resources to people to learn and become more aware. And in this way, we're spreading that positivity, that we're taking, an hour of our day to all sit and meditate together.
Yeah, and our slogan has always been world peace through inner peace, right? It's very, very easy to understand. World peace through inner peace. The only way that we could change the world is if we change ourselves, and no one could change ourselves but ourselves. Exactly. And how do we do that, right? We have to be able to change ourselves by
becoming more aware.
Becoming more aware, and meditation is actually a tool for for us to be more mental aware of who we are, what we're thinking, our actions, and stuff like that. And I think that's so important,
And it really comes into play with, especially during this period, that we have to be aware of our words. We have to be aware of our actions, because if you're not aware and we just, just say things or just do things, it doesn't really like, there's no, sometimes, that creates the outcome or the result that we don't even perceive. But then if you actually think about it, if you took that time to, okay, was I aware that of the reaction or the results of the type of words that are coming out of my mouth or the type of actions, if everyone was aware, then it really might have changed the result of things.
Mm-hmm.
And but sometimes it's just that people aren't aware of the words, aren't aware of their actions. And it causes a lot of that problem that, okay, yeah, of course we can't go back and change time, but what can we do to progress, to move forward? And in one way, with meditation as a tool to let us become more aware of our things, aware of the situation, aware of ourselves, then we're able to use that as a practice point, so we can be clear when we say things, and we know with the intent that we create the result. So I feel like this is a important tool, not just for introspection, but just for, we start off through, world peace, through inner peace. So, one at a time, or one at the same time, then in that way we can create that world peace.
Yeah, and of course, meditation is an effective outlet for all of that. Whether we're feeling nervous, depressed, or whatever it is from all that's going on. But before we continue talking about this, I would like to go ahead and play a song that was written by Howard McCrary. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's a famous American musician, entertainer, and he is a songwriter for the late Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, and some other famous musicians. He actually wrote this song for the temple in Thailand, and
Really?
it's called Change the World. So I would like to go ahead and play that song for everyone to hear and kind of just think about, what we could do to change the world from his perspective.
I'm excited.
Let's come together to open the new world era, to eliminate all conflicts and differences. It's time for everyone to join hand in hand. At last, now the world's beyond healing. It's time to change the world. As the one who knew in the past, in this period of our time, we will see. Before we depart this world, everyone must join hand in hand to change the world from darkness to brightness, from suffering to happiness, from the ignorant to the knowledge one. Change the world, we have to do it in a basic way, and we have to be happy and cheerful with childlike innocence. Everyone must join hand in hand. Gently close your eyes, relax, relax. Still your mind at the center of the body, and look within. At the same position of the one who knew from the past. Change the world from the era of darkness to the era of light. From the old era to this new era, the world will be like heaven on earth. No classes in society, everyone will be evenly happy. We'll speak the same heavenly language, become as one with smiles of love. We'll be kind, the world will change. The world will change. Let's come together to change the world.
Wow.
Right, what a powerful song from a powerful singer-songwriter like Howard McCrary, and what a special song it is that he wrote for us to show us the importance of we can all change the world, and all we have to do is simply close our eyes, relax, look at the center of your body, and that's it.
Yeah,
So
I like the inclusive nature with all the different languages at the end.
Yeah. So that song, I feel like it's what we need right now, also, and with what's going on in the world. And I'm glad that we're able to come together tonight and meditate together on a full moon with this full moon event here on Peace Point Meditation. So without further ado, it is getting closer to 7:30, the start of our event. So we'll go over the schedule really quick for those of you who are just joining into our live broadcast of this event. I don't know if you want to go over that, Ron?
Yep, so actually I think you should go over it.
Okay. Okay, at around 7, in about 5 minutes, around 7:30, we will invite Boris to lead us in stretching, and then Venerable Pasura will come on at around 7:45 to guide us in our meditation, and then we will have our candle lighting. So another reminder for those of you who have not gone to grab a candle or a non-flammable object, to have it with you, have it near you, so that when the time comes, we could light and illuminate a light together during our meditation. And the meditation will end with Venerable Pasura leading everyone to spread love and kindness. And then after that, we can have a little question and answer session for the Venerable or for us. And that will be our schedule for this evening's full moon. So welcome everyone again to the full moon event taking place here on June 5th, 2020, live streaming from the Dhammakaya International Meditation Center in Aziza, California, on Peace Point Meditation, YouTube and Facebook, and here on Zoom. My name's Amy, and this is Ron.
We'll be your co-host for today.
Okay, so do you want to introduce, if you're ready, Ron will give you an introduction.
All right. So, to begin today's event, our guest to be leading the exercise today is Boris Bakalov. He's a professional tennis player and a yoga instructor. He discovered VIMC Azusa 4 years ago, and he loves meditation. Please give him a warm welcome. Boris.
Welcome, Boris. It's good to have you back again this month.
Hello.
Hello.
I like your shirt.
Hello. All right. Good to see everybody. Hi, Amy and Ron, and thanks for the intro. I just tuned in when you were playing the song. Beautiful song.
Have you heard of that song before?
No, but I like it. The chorus, we come together to change the world. And so we're doing a little part in this with coming together with the meditation. So yeah.
All right. So we'll let you do, and we'll take a step back.
All right. And of course, I brought my candle again for today.
Great.
All right, let's get started. Let's start with bringing your palms to the center of your body and close your eyes. Observe your breathing, the inhales and exhales. Where the inhale changes to the exhale, that's the center point, the peace point of your body. And focusing on that point, you can calm down and relax. All right, open your eyes, and we'll start with a back bend today. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, back bend. Bend your elbows. Look up high. On the inhales, expand. On the exhales, relax your back a little bit deeper into the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. Take one inhale and one exhale. And then again, inhale, reach up high. Exhale, back bend. Bend your elbows. Relax your neck. On the inhales, expand. On the exhales, relax into the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. Take one inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, reach up high. Exhale, back bend. Stay tall on the inhale. On the exhale, relax into the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Close your eyes and observe. Observe the changes in your body, your back. Stay grounded. All right. Open your eyes and let's do a side stretch. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, side bend. You can look up if you like. Same here on the inhales, you reach up high. On the exhales, a little bit deeper in the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, other side. Look up if you like. On the inhales, expand. On the exhales, deepen into the stretch. Inhale, reach back up. And again on the other side. Exhale. Look up. On the inhales, reach high. Exhale, deepen into the pose. Feel the whole side body stretch. From your foot through your leg, your torso, your arm. The whole side is stretching. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. Stay relaxed in the pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen into the stretch. Inhale, come back up. One more time. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. Last time on this side. Inhale, reach back up. Great. Exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. Close your eyes. Observe your body, your back, your sides, your spine. Maybe you can feel warmth, more blood flow, improvement in your posture, energy. Open your eyes. All right, let's do a side twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Reach out. Stay grounded with your feet, firm with your legs, your upper body, extending and twisting, staying firm and relaxed at the same time. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. On the inhale, you lengthen through your spine. On the exhale, deepen into the pose. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. On every exhale, you can twist a little bit further while staying relaxed. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. The calmer you breathe, the more efficient you're in the pose. You can stay relaxed and hold the pose for a longer period of time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. So just go as far in the pose as you still feel comfortable and relaxed, and naturally with the exhale deepen the pose slightly. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Close your eyes and relax. Observe the changes in your body. Breathe calmly. Breathing through your nose naturally calms down your nervous system, your body, everything. So just breathing through your nose in a relaxed way is a great way just to become calmer and stiller during the stretching, and of course also during the meditation. Okay, open your eyes. There's still a little time, so I think Amy and Ron will guide us through the next steps, and then Venerable Pasura will do the meditation in a few minutes. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you all ready and stretched. And until next time, bye-bye.
Thank you, Boris, for leading the stretching this tonight. We hope to see you again next month, hopefully. So thank you. So before we give an introduction about meditation and the importance of meditation, I would like to remind everyone once again to have your candlelight ready, have an LED light, whatever it is that you wish to use during the candle lighting process. But please do not light the candle yet. Just wait for Venerable Pasura to lead in that part of the meditation.
Awesome. And I'd just like to give a little, just a rundown about, meditation. Meditation, it's a unique experience for training the mind. With meditation, we hope to ultimately attain and maintain the complete stillness of our mind and with no thoughts whatsoever. We do this by maintaining our awareness of our thoughts and keeping our attention at the center of the body, which is 2 finger widths above the navel. The most important thing to keep in mind while meditating is to feel relaxed, comfortable, with our focus placed gently at the center of our body.
Meditation helps us in eliminating the effects of negativity, stress, and pressures of our daily life. It allows us to stay positive and optimistic in spite of potential hardships. It focuses on strengthening the inner bond between the self and the center of the body, which creates inner peace, a calmer state of the mind, and positive energy flow. With constant practice, one will be able to apply this technique in our daily life, which will eventually lead us to a happier and healthy lifestyle. This positivity will make us immune to negativity and many other mental afflictions. Some examples of health benefits of meditation include reduced anxiety, stronger immune system, better stress management, improved memory, enhanced sleeping patterns, awakened intuition, relaxed body, and a feeling of inner peace.
Before practicing meditation, we hope that you can get into a comfortable position. You can sit on the floor, whatever position is the most comfortable for you. Be sure that your body is well relaxed, ensuring that you can sit in this posture for at least 30 minutes. Sit while meditating with your back straight and with open shoulders. Laying down meditation, it's less recommended because you're going to end up falling asleep. Warm up your body with some light stretching or drink some warm tea that can help you relax the body. You can have some cushion to support the part of your body for comfort.
And as we just finished the stretching and preparing our body for the meditation, I would like to go ahead and introduce Venerable Pasura Dantamano. Venerable Pasura was born in Thailand and has over 25 years of meditation experience. He has a master's degree in international relations. Venerable Pasura has conducted many meditation workshops and retreats in over 90 countries. He is the head teaching monk of the Peace Revolution, a nonprofit organization dedicated to spreading world peace through inner peace. Venerable Pasura is also the personal translator to the current masters of the Dhammakaya technique, the abbot and the vice abbot of the Dhammakaya Temple in Thailand. Please give a warm welcome to Venerable Pasura at this time.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, and good to see you all.
Thank you for, real quick, thank you for being with us again this month, Venerable. It's always great to have you.
Oh, this is always a great pleasure to me too, to join the full moon meditation, because to me, this is a very special thing. Not many occasions that we can have a chance to collectively cultivate this inner peace energy, especially despite of what's going on in the world right now, not just in the US, actually all the chaotic things that happen around the world. It seems that the world is like going crazy. What we need the most is to find our own ground. When we find that ground, then we can really discover ourselves. And with that, we can start to see everybody else as families, as brothers, as sisters, not as strangers or enemy. Because eventually, when we look inside, we see the commonality that we all share among human beings. But we tend to look only the external appearance and put our prejudice, our hatred, our stereotyping ideas into it. And that causes a lot of chaotic things because we treat each other like a stranger rather than try to go out there and during this problematic time and try to be more helpful with to each other instead. So that's why for me, inner purity is actually one of the key points. It helps us to take one step back from whatever is going on, to look at from the different angle, different perspective, and to start to see the way things should be. And that's why we can call meditation as the way to bring up the universal love. So without talking too much, let us use this opportunity to cultivate the meditation part first before going further with something else, okay? So please adjust your sitting posture. And slowly bring your attention back to be with your body. Just to be aware of your sensation. Just to acknowledge your feet, your legs, your hands. By adjusting the sitting posture, whether you're sitting on the chair or on the floor, slowly close the eyes, so gently, in the way that you can feel the eyelashes gently touch one another, and feeling the relaxation spread from the eyes throughout the entire body. Take a little moment to adjust the sitting posture. If you are sitting on the chair, place both of your feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, adjust both of your legs so that your blood circulation doesn't feel obstructed. Adjust both of your hands the way they're placed on your lap. They shouldn't produce any tension at the elbows or shoulders. Place them just right, as if we rest both our hands there and forget about them. Let us reinforce the awareness by breathing in very deeply and gently, feeling the air pass our nostrils all the way down to the very end of our breath, and exhale. Inhale again, take it deeply. Feel the softness of the air flow inside ourselves until it turns so gently, and exhale all the way out. Please inhale again deeply, feeling the back stretching up and the neck is uprighting. And exhale, allowing both of your shoulders to rest and drop naturally. Maintain your awareness with the sensation of yourself, the sensation on your body, feeling your blood circulation and energy flow run smoothly from head to the toes. as if the entire body is empty and hollow inside, that everything turns into an empty space. Our skin is just a thin sheet layer that covers. Let us reinforce that relaxation a bit more by gently moving our attention to the top of the head and relieve the tension there. And gently move it down to relax the forehead and down to the eyes, nose. Let it reach to both of your cheeks, all the way to the chin. Feeling that your entire facial muscles are relaxed. Gently move it to the back of your head and feeling relaxation down to the neck, down to both of the shoulders. Feeling it down both of the arms, hands, all the way to the fingertips. Feeling that the entire body is becoming more relaxed. As we are relaxing the muscle in our body, down to the abdomen, legs, feet, all the way to the toes. Flush away all tension from our body, and the mind will slowly withdraw from external matters, from external world, and reconnect with ourselves, our very true self within. So relax the face, shoulders, hands, and the entire body until every part of yourself fully immerses in relaxation. If your mind begins to wander, it is normal for that to happen. It is very normal for the mind to think. Whenever you realize that your attention slips away, gently bring it back to this relaxation feeling. There is no need to fight or force our mind. We're being very gentle in bringing it back here to be still with ourselves, to fully immerse in our own sensation and awareness, aware of our own relaxation from head to the toes. As our body is comfortable, let us free up our mind from all negativity, worries, and problems inside by imagining ourselves or picturing ourselves sitting alone in a vast open space under the night sky, feeling the bright full moon is shining up high. Its light is radiant so warmly, as if the entire body is bathing with the full moonlight, so comforting. Feeling the space encircle your being, expand to the horizon, all the way to the skyline. Feeling that you are here in the middle of that space by yourself, free from what is beyond. Here in your space, everything is calm, serene. There is no intrusion. There is no disturbance of any kind. Here in this space, you are free. So let's free up the mind from all negativity, whatever may be hidden in any corner of the mind. Imagine that you blow them out into the surrounding space and let them float away to the far end. Let them all out. Let them all go. Your frustration, your irritation, your worries, or any other kind of negative feelings. Let's relieve them all. The more we can unburden our mind, the lighter and more spacious our mind will be. It feels so relieved, so free. The true freedom is when the mind detaches from external matters, from all negative contamination. It feels light, spacious. That is what the true freedom feels like inside, when nothing is oppressing the mind. So allow it to be relieved completely. Feeling yourself in the middle of the whole space, aware of it all, and little by little, feeling that you are becoming one with the nature, with the earth, the moon, the wind. Elementally, we are all the same. So let us return to be one with everything, to be in harmony with the nature, one with the whole empty space. With every single cell of the entire body, integrate with the surroundings. And here, at the center of ourselves, in the middle of the body, middle of the abdomen, let us bring our mind back here to rest so gently. When the mind lands upon that point, wave of joy radiating. Here we are, back to be at the center of ourselves, center of the whole space, 360-degree encircle our being. Here we are one with our true self, without any contamination. So gently keep it still. Here at the center space for a while. Any thoughts that appear, they are just passing by. They are not significant to pay attention. Observe everything from here, from the center. So gently rest our mind still. In this whole large open space with the radiant full moon shining up high. Let us bring that full moon, let it coming down to be at our center. Here within ourselves, the bright full moon represents our mind. It is so bright and warm. It's so magnificent. It's like radiating, embracing everything in the surrounding. Feel the full moon shining within yourself. It continues to be bright. It continues to illuminate. So let it stand still. So gently. Warm and bright. Still for a while. The moon is always constant. No matter where we look at it from, it looks the same from every place on earth. Now that the moon is shining within, it represents our mind being so steady. As we are reconnecting with our true self, so pure, just like the moon, there are no differences. Every time we look at it, any moon from anywhere, they are always the same. So feeling the oneness of our mind with the moon shining so bright. Before we illuminating the world, let us begin by illuminating within ourselves. So Let keep it stand still. Be with the moon. Be inside the light. Everything be in perfect harmony as one single entity, and that is inner peace. So calm as the mind stands still. Let the moon continue to shine, to radiate for a while. Let the moon continue to shine. Its light represents our mind, radiating peace energy from this bright full moon. Now that the mind stands still, bright within. Let us open our eyes to light up the candle for the world. Now let us light the candle all together. Look at the candlelight. Feeling it in your eyes, imprinting it into your mind. And as you're bringing it back inside, feeling the candle illuminating within yourself. that we have lit our candle. Let us close the eyes once more. Bring that candlelight into our center. The little flame arising from our peace energy. Just a tiny little light in the darkness. But as the mind stands still, the candlelight is getting brighter. Our peace energy slowly grows, slowly radiating. When the mind stands still at the center, it opens the gateway of peace energy, and it slowly expands across the border, boundary, space. That peace energy is spreading loving kindness, compassion, is broadcasting our positive intention, wishes to all people from all walks of life in every corner of the earth. Feel that candlelight expand, and once it goes beyond our boundary, we can connect to that collective space, to our little candlelight that are now illuminating together to brighten up the world of hatred into the world of kindness. Together, our light is brighter, stronger, it radiating all over the city, the country, and the rest of the world. Broadcasting our wishes. May our living being be free from suppression, from abuse, from violence. May all people be free from prejudice, hatred. May every person mind full of love. May the seed of compassion plant in the heart, mind, and soul of every human being. It flourishes, blossom into light of peace and compassion. May empathy illuminate in the heart of everyone, every person. Let us initiate that inner light of peace, like one candle that connects to the next and the next, until the rest of the world is brightened now. Let that radiation of peace begins within, expand across borders, boundaries, walls, barriers, into the consciousness of every living being on earth. Feel the light expand out of compassion, empathy, reaching out beyond the limits. With this light, it is our affirmation. With this peace, it transforms to be our apology to anyone we ever offend, trespassers, mentally, verbally, or physically. And in return, it also becomes our forgiveness to anyone who may offend us in the past, intentionally or unintentionally. Apology and forgiveness are the result of compassion and peace that begins within. So broadcasting this beautiful energy around, above and beyond. Now that we have lightened up the world, let that peace energy circulate throughout the entire body, feel it running up to the face, down to the shoulders and the hands. Feeling that peace energy replenish the entire body is so content, fulfilled. Feeling that our body, heart, mind, soul, spirit is one in this peace energy. And slowly breathe in, feeling it goes all the way down. And exhale. Inhale again deeply, feeling the air spread to every part, every cell of our self. And exhale. Breathe again, take it deeply, all the way down. And exhale. And now that if you are more comfortable physically, then slowly stretch your neck by rotating your neck and stretch both of your shoulders down to your arms and your hands. And open your eyes when you are ready and comfortable. And breathe a few times afterward. So that concludes the candlelight meditation part. And it has been a great joy to me to share it with everybody. So thanks, Ron, Amy, and Boris for hosting and sharing the yoga practice and stretching.
No problem. I think it was a great meditation session.
Yeah, thank you, Venerable Pasura, for leading that meditation here on full moon for our full moon event here, streaming live from the Dhammakaya International Meditation Center on Peace Point YouTube and Facebook. It's always a privilege to have you here with us and leading us in such a peaceful and relaxed meditation like this.
Yeah, it's always a great pleasure. And every single time I am invited to any of this kind of loving kindness meditation, I never said no. One of the, because I really enjoyed it myself. And another notion, because as the beginning that we are talking about how the world is going hectic right now, is not just in any particular country, but it seems that the world is going to the phase where people are becoming even more full of looking at each other in a very selfish and hateful way, spiteful way. So I have always long believed in the concept of world peace to inner peace. And I never really begin with that, to be honest. As you said that I studied master degree in I studied master degree in international relations. I used to be a strong believer of realist idea, the whole Nayadwa, the balance of power and everything, it was that extreme. because I used to believe exactly like that. But after some years as becoming a monk, I realized that whenever we look at each other with that barriers that everybody else is enemy and everybody's care for our own survival, the world doesn't really work out. The work only works out when we started to look at each other and share it out. The most essential values of our human being comes from giving. But that giving cannot come when we look at others as other people, but it only begins when we look at others as we share the commonalities. When we look at the moon, no matter you look at it from Thailand, from the US, from Africa, from Europe, it looks the same. It's from the same angle. And because the moon is always like that, human inside is the same. The moment ripping this skin apart, it's only a few millimeters. The moment you rip it all apart, I don't see differences. Honestly, we all look ugly, to be honest. There's only a thin layers that make us look different from each other. But underneath, we are all common. We are all the same. So if we choose to look within ourselves, it's going to be a lot easier to look within others. And that is the starting point when you started to see others beyond these contaminations of our own mind, beyond these physical layers that shield ourselves from seeing reality of the person. I have strong belief that we can be a lot better. Humanity can be better, can be a lot better. And it used to be. It depends on us. So we can't put out fire with more fire with fuel. We just have to be water. If we want to see the world difference, we're gonna have to be that standard by exhibit the values that we believe in. Because otherwise, those other kinds of values, negative values, will be replacing it. So we have to live by the values that we believe in. So I realized that after I became a monk, that is all about setting ourselves as an example. If you want if you want the world to be different, you're gonna have to set the example starting from ourselves. The world is full of people pointing finger, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. Everybody has been telling you what to do for the rest of your life. And then underneath, you feel rejected, you feel rebellious. But if we change the world through our own inspiration, it can create that wave of inspiration to other people as well. If you look back in the history, whether good or bad, one man, one person can change the world. As long as that person will live by their values and dedicated to it. So if we believe such an idea and if we want to see the world so different, gotta have to start with that. Live by our values. And to me, the values of inner peace, the value of compassion is the most precious thing for humanity.
Is there one specific experience during your monkhood that made you come up with this realization?
One time, I traveled in the US back to Thailand, and this is my direct experience with it. I was at the airport. I was patting down, and it took very, very long time patting down. It's so weird to me that how I have been putting down such a very long time. And during that time, the agent who was patting me, he said to me, we got the mosque here. I can see in your face. That's exactly the same face that I made. I said, what? And he said, we got the mosque here. And I started to realize it, and I turned and said to him, okay, that's good for you, but I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Buddhist monk. And he froze literally for 5 seconds, looked up at me and started to rethink about what he said. And until he realized that he made a really terrible mistake. And that made me realize that, that how people can build up the prejudice. And I don't want to be like that, to build up this prejudice and treating people just because of prejudices they hold in their own mind.
Mm.
As a monk, I have traveled around the world. To be honest, I have been traveling more than 80 countries worldwide. I've been to Africa, Latin America, Europe, America, Australia's tiny islands in the Pacific Island. I have met everywhere most beautiful people. When I was in Africa, I had such an amazing experience. And then you can see the way people are was so innocent. I was stuck in Nigeria because I couldn't travel during the Ebola epidemic. And they had such a great help from people like in there. And just last year, at the end of last year, I was in Congo. I went up through the forest into the small city. And we couldn't get a place there because somehow they're locked up. They don't want to let us do meditation. So we have to put 300 people in the 70 people capacity room. Imagine that. It was extremely hot and humid. And we were meditating together. One of the 14 years old kids came up at the end and said, he's never felt such calm. He felt that all anger inside just simply disappeared. When people ask me why, as a monk, why do I really enjoy sharing meditation a lot? And the only answer I always give is that the way people open their eyes at the end of the meditation, you can see in the eyes of how everything is so pure when everything just when the walls of prejudice is down. And that is the experience that I get after becoming a monk, that everyone on this planet has this capacity.
That was very specific. Thank you for that. And thank you for sharing that experience with us. I'm sure many of us have, come across that prejudice or that judgment or stereotype before as well. And I hope that everyone could take what you said here this evening to kind of use it in a positive way. Just, we're all capable of finding that inner peace. We're all capable of using meditation as a tool to kind of bring our mind back to that purity, that relaxed state, that happiness, that, that, like I mentioned earlier, meditation is not limited to any race, religion, or nationality. And I hope that everyone here tonight can take that back with you and kind of share that with your family, your friends, and whoever you get a chance to talk to about that. And hopefully that I hope that one day everyone will be able to experience that peace and that pureness from the meditation that you were able to experience, and that you were able to teach kids or adults or whoever, wherever in this world, as well. And I really thank you for giving us that talk and that firsthand experience, Venerable.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I have confronted things like that, it made me realize that I don't want to be that person to treat somebody in that way, because that's what empathy is all about. It's all about being able to feel what others people feel like. So when we are able to put ourselves in others people's shoes, that's what we realize, that how bad our prejudice, our stereotyping can be. And just one little word can hurt a person for a lifetime.
Yeah. And I think that's like the hard part also. We don't really understand what it is until it happens to us, but I have a question actually from a participant. How do you help others find peace when there is so much understandable anger in this world right now?
We can't put out fire of anger with another fire of anger. So that's the fact, which means that we just have to rise ourselves above it. Now the world is chaotic, is angry. There is nothing wrong about showing opinion. I have nothing against that. I mean, showing opinions, expressing our feeling is a good thing, but it must not come with our own anger about retaliation. Because whenever it turns into that, we adding evil into evil instead of trying to resolve it. So it means that whenever we started to get caught up in that whole world of anger, take one step back, reaffirm what is the value that I believe in and how I can demonstrate, exhibit that values. In that way, we can start to create little change while we can still expressing opinions and our belief while maintaining the values at the same time. I think that is the essential right now, not to retaliate with anger.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, of course, is entitled to their own opinion, and we respect opinions of everyone. But yeah, as you said, we have to also know the value, and so that we can express our opinion in a valuable way, so that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't make other people angry or cause any problems. But yeah, yeah, that's understandable. I would like to also say to those who are joining us here tonight, if you have any questions, any comments, go ahead and type it in, whether you're in here on Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook. And Venerable Pasura, I'm sure will be glad to answer any questions that you might have regarding, the topic that we're on right now.
Sometimes it's kind of interesting to see how we grow this thing. I had one of the sessions when I asked people in the sessions that when you were 4 years old, what do you want to be in the future? Do you remember? And a lot of people raising their hands. I want to be a policeman. I want to be teachers. I want to be firemen. I want to be a lot of things. And it was weird that, you know what? Among all of your answers, none of you said I wanted to be a billionaire.
Mm.
When you were 4 years old, you didn't think about being a billionaire. You want to be something else. You want to be a hero, a heroine. You want to be something that you can help others do something nice. Actually, why you guys, when people saying things like soldiers, policemen, teachers, or artists or musicians or ballerina, that because either they show about things that they love to do and they make them feel joy of doing something that is nice to the others, or feeling that these are heroic things like resemble someone that they took up like a role model. So that's actually our pure intention with kids, but there's no, this prejudice tainted it. Since when we started to change. So take a look, draw back into our life a little bit, and we can go back to that day when we still look at the world in that sense of positiveness, that I just want to be this so I can do something nice to the others. When did that was done?
Yeah, I think throughout the way, a lot of things probably happen, in our lives, a lot of obstacles, a lot of ups and downs, and just, and somehow along the way, we kind of get lost and we want to be something else than when we were young and pure and innocent, before we face what the world
was much simpler then, right?
Yeah, when the world was simpler when we were younger. I mean, I could say I wanted to be a doctor when I was younger, of course, but now, I don't know. And when you told us to like trace back to when did we change, honestly, I have no idea when I changed from not wanting to be that doctor, not wanting to, be in the hospital saving lives. I don't know. Even I don't know the answer to that.
At least if you don't know the answer, when did that started to change? When did you started to losing confidence in it, or will to be something else? At least this is something that we can do. And now that we realize it has been lost in a lot of way, and once upon a time, we used to think so positively, want to help the world in general, not even in person, but the whole world. Getting back to that, we can always go back to that. Of course, we can change throughout the time, but that is our foundation. That is the time that we can think about ourselves without all these ideas of how the world should be, how we should grow up to be, came into our mind. That is actually our foundation when we came up by our own self. And you said, like Amy, like when you said you wanted to be a doctor to save lives, to save the world. That's because you came up with that on your own, not by others.
Yeah, and I think like that's the purity of it, when we were younger, we were so pure and innocent. We don't really know like what is out there. And I think that's also kind of like meditation. We kind of have to like come back to that purity and kind of like block whatever it is in the external world so that we're able to reconnect with our mind again.
So now it's all about going back to the origin.
And remembering your values, that we were lost at some point, but that's the foundational aspect of it, that we still want to help out the world. The careers might change, but if we remember that foundational aspect of it, then at this point in time, we can be whatever career that we are, but we still remember that your values.
And one more thing, Venerable. I know we're running out of time, but 2020, what a year so far. We're only in June. We literally just started the second half of 2020. It's been a tough year so far, and I could say this, and I think a lot of people here will agree with me. What advice do you have to help us get through the rest of the year positively?
How to change this? First of all, let's be very honest. There will be problems in the world. I'm not going to be that naive 4-year-olds to say the world doesn't have problems. There will be problems in the world. And problems always there in our life as well. It's not about to get blaming that because of this person, that nationality, that races that caused it, because otherwise it doesn't change a thing. Every problem started to change when we all take responsibility on our part. Every problem that happens in the world, we all take part in it, which means for it to change, to be better, we have to be responsible to take part in making the change in it too. So that's one thing that I will just trying to can share with you and asking. I would love to say and begging that in 2020 a year is a year that we have to really going back to our own foundations of values, to really going back to that true essence of ourselves, that what we really believe in as a person and how we want to see the world going to be in 2030, 2040s, or next 50 years where our kids grow up to be living in, because that is that we will set for them.
Yeah. I mean, of course, everyone is pushing for, that change or whatever, but we also have to realize that it does start with us. Each and every one of us, we have a role in changing this world and making it a better place. And whether it is moving forward positively, it is up to us to kind of do that and be a part of that, change. And I think if we look at it in a more positive way, 2020 is a year of change, right? There's so many change that could happen with everything that happened. Of course, all the things that happen might be in more of a negative way, but there's always a positive thing. And this could be a good way that we change for the better, for a positive, while of course maintain our values and our foundation.
Have everyone reflect and take on that, responsibility, and that what can you change within your own self, why don't you change things you can control and things you can. I feel like that's the remembering foundational aspect of peace.
Yeah, but as Venerable Pasura said, of course, we can't be naive and think that nothing bad is going to happen. There's nothing negative or whatever. We just have to face it in a way that we will be able to do so in a positive manner and positive, thoughts, positive action. But yeah. So we'll see what 2020 has. But anything else you want to say before we say goodbye for tonight, Venerable?
I always believe that one of the most important assets that we got is faith. Once we have faith in something, it's become it's become inspiration. So have faith in the foundation, have faith in the values that you got. And that it will turn into your willingness to exhibit it. You become your inspiration, willpower to show it, to act on it. So have faith in that. The world is going to be ups and downs, it's just how things are. But we can always make it better with ourselves.
Okay. Thank you, Venerable Pasura. I hope everyone continues to have faith. Think back to, like Venerable Pasura said, what you wanted to be when you were 4-year-old, when you were younger, and kind of go back to that foundation and that value and see what you could do to kind of bring light to that 4-year-old child, inner child. Yeah, thank you once again for being the guiding monk for us here tonight on Full Moon event, streaming live from the Dhammakaya International Meditation Center in Azusa, California, here in Peace Point Meditation. Thank you for everyone who joined on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And Ron, go ahead if you want to give us updates for next month.
All right. So overall, I'd like to say our next month full moon meditation is on July 3rd. So we hope to see you again at our next full moon event. Please check us back on Facebook and our website at www.peacepointmeditation.org. And you can check for any updated statuses of the event. If you want to make any donations, it can be made online or by mailing a check. To make a donation online, please visit us at www.peacepointmeditation.org. Then click on the Support Us tab. If you'd like to donate by check, please send it to Dhammakaya International Meditation Center at 865 East Monrovia Place, Azusa, California, 91702.
Okay, and aside from the full moon event that we have every month, we also have the daily meditation sessions here on Peace Point Meditation, YouTube and Facebook. We have Peace Break from Friday through Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. And then we also have the Peace Time on Thursday evenings from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., as well as Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. I almost said p.m. So feel free to join us here on Peace Point Meditation. Thank you for the participants who joined, especially from those who are from Georgia. Thank you for joining. I know it's late over there. It's great to have you with us. And anyone else from the other meditation centers located throughout the US and also Thailand and anywhere else around the world. So with that, we would like to say good evening. Thank you, Venerable Pasura. I hope you enjoy your day. I know you're just starting off your day. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ron, Amy, Boris.
Thank you, Venerable.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. And we hope to see you back here next month for a full moon. Have a good evening and good night.
Good night. Bye.
Everyone in the world, please listen close. It's time to understand true life. Let's go. If you ever broke bread in the belly of the beast, then you had to know the difference is war and peace. Be still the heart, let us concentrate. Let go the evil and all things that complicate. Breathe, stroll through the garden and vegetate. We can find peace if we all just meditate. Let's find a sinner, release the inner sinner. Impossible with war with no sides to winner. Happier together is the healing process. Now let that digest and we can progress. Deliver me a world with all problems solved, and I'll show you a species truly involved. Find peace of mind, release the hatred. Let us all come together and break the matrix. Everyone in the world, please listen close. It's time to understand true life. Let's go. If you ever broke bread in the belly of the beast, then you had to know the difference is war and peace. Be still the heart, let us concentrate. Let go the evil and all things that complicate. Breathe, stroll through the garden and vegetate. We can find peace if we all just meditate. Release the inner center. Impossible with war with no both sides the winner. Happier together is the healing process. Now let that digest and we can progress. Deliver me a world with all problems solved, and I'll show you a species truly involved. Find peace of mind, release the hatred. Let us all come together and break the matrix.